Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the Bald Explorer, out on another, well I was going to say walk, but it looks like I'm having a swing. With me on today's walk we have the very lovely Harold of Cardboard. That's not your real name, is it?
No.
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 This is Wayne Leal. Now you're from the UK, but you live in the States and you're back here just for a few weeks.
A few weeks visiting family, enjoying the area.
And you've watched the old YouTube videos of my walks.
Become a big fan.
And so I said, here, why don't you come along and we'll do one?
Why not? Why not?
So that's what we're doing, ladies and gentlemen, and we're in a swing area.
Yeah.
I think it said it was Sunnyside Recreational Park. We're what, south of East Grinstead?
That is right.
In East Sussex and West Sussex. Is it West Sussex?
We're in West Sussex.
Oh right, because Forest Road's just on East Sussex,
Right.
isn't it? There you go. We'll bung a map up of our walk so you can see where we're going and all the different places. It's about 4 miles, is that all right?
Love it, love it.
Fantastic. Well, we started over by a very lovely pub, the Dunning...
The
Inn?
old Dunning's Mill
Oh
Inn.
yeah, Old Dunning's Mill Inn. I assume that was a mill because there's a stream that goes...
Round the back
down.
is still a very large, beautiful mill that I think operates.
Oh wow, that's really cool. So a little bit of history all ready to start. It's a dull, cold day and we've taken a little stroll down there and we're doing a big circular loop. Have a look at the map, you'll see what we're doing. But in the meantime, we'll get going after a quick swing,
Yes,
of course.
agreed.
Because we're young at heart, aren't we?
Young at heart.
Now, wait a minute, Wayne. Hold your horses there, Wayne. Look at this.
Oh.
Say no to another road through the countryside. This is happening all the time at the moment. They're building roads and infrastructure. They're building houses everywhere. They're insisting on destroying our countryside. Now, of course, I don't really know the ins and outs of this, but it's just interesting. There's obviously people protesting against it.
Good for them, good for them.
Yeah, good for them.
It's
Why
so
not?
beautiful around here.
And these fields here, as it says here, once they get the road, the fields and how and build the houses, the view is all gone, which is so true. Anyway, there is a footpath that we could go, which will take us on our walk, but ours is a little further that way.
Yes.
So good luck with the protest, but we're carrying on. Come on.
All right.
I got it wrong. It's not the first time. Sorry, Wayne.
Adventures.
Yeah, bit of that sweeps back on itself. So actually, we do go this way. This way. Oh wow! Wow, look at this, Harold. Wayne.
Harold,
I'm
Wayne.
calling
Wayne,
Harold. You're not made of cardboard, are you?
No.
No.
Not anymore.
So we've come up on the lane and we're now heading down. This is well, we passed Daisy Cottage, Dairy Cottage.
Dairy cottage.
Lovely cottage with all this black weatherboard and stuff, which was delightful. And we're going down, I think, towards Boyle's Farm. I can't remember, but it'll be on the map. And just as we've come down here, now I know that the lovely Julia won't be too happy with this, and a lot of people don't necessarily understand. You see these. This coppiced, well, this I don't know what it was now, but it might have been hazel or something like that, and it's been machine cut. It's been machine cut by some thing to cut the hedge down and what have you, and it's got this very severe thing. But actually, this isn't really very good. It's great in terms of cheap because the machine can do it so fast. But these trees here, disease and what have you, can get into the trees and actually is detrimental to the hedge that they're trying to maintain. All sorts of horrible stuff can get in there. So whenever I see it, I like to point it out, and then people have a moan. Anyway, that's my bit. We'll go on a bit further, and then I want to find out a little bit more about Wayne, and get you to find out more. But We need to warm up, so we're going to carry on walking. Let's go.
All right.
Aha. Well, come on, Harold. Keep up. We're just having a little pause here. Not that we've actually gone terribly far. Made a mistake earlier. Boyle's farm is up there, and this is Buss's farm, if you're following on the map. This is Harold of Cardboard, as you know. Now, of course, you'll be wondering really how the name Harold of Cardboard came about, because I'm absolutely intrigued.
Well, I am very into sort of plain things, I suppose, if that makes sense. The sublime.
Right.
In a lot of ways. And so my name is Wayne Leal. But I and a friend of mine, we decided we were going to change our names to Howard Smith and Frank Jones.
Smith and Jones.
Smith and Jones.
Yeah, there you go.
I also, like I say, I'm very into plain utilitarian things, and for some reason I talk about cardboard and bread and other things that are overlooked every day.
Yes.
And for some reason one day the name Harold of Cardboard came up, and I like to go around and tell people that's my Viking name.
Ah.
Which of course none of it is true. And it's just fun to be silly.
You're an artist, right?
I'm a sculptor, yes.
A sculptor. So what sort of things do you sculpt? Do you sculpt in cardboard?
I have actually.
Oh, there you go.
I work in mixed media. It's minimalism. It's not really representational, and I'll use found objects, natural elements, and work them into textural landscapes that hang on the wall. And yeah.
That's it. Well,
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
have to. Are we able to show some of those?
I do have a website. My website is wayneleal.com.
We'll put that on the screen, just
Yeah.
down there.
And it's been fun. Been working in my artwork most of my life, and then along the way also paid the bills by working in graphic design, websites and
All that sort of stuff.
that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're taking in the fresh air. Have you warmed up a bit?
I am very, very warm.
Fantastic.
It's a wonderful
I'm
day,
warm.
actually.
So we're going to carry on a little bit, and we're going to get down to, I think it's called Weir Wood Reservoir. Have you ever been there before?
Not yet.
Not yet. I haven't either. So we're just going to get past Buss's farm and try and get down to the reservoir, which would be
Exciting.
great. Catch us a fish.
Yay. All right.
Right. According to this knackered old sign, 1988 it says there, I think. Anyway, carry on down this way, all right? Wayne. Wow, here we go, Wayne. That is our destination.
Beautiful.
So, that is the Weir Wood Reservoir, and that's where we're going to head. A huge body of water. Huge for West Sussex, I suppose. I mean, there are bigger ones. And it looks lovely. We've got the mists, we've got the hills in the background. Look, we're looking sort of southeast really. Now, how does this compare to what part of America are you in?
I live in Missouri, which is dead center in USA.
So, do you have lakes and these sort of things where you live?
We do. I live in a small, 100,000 people town called Columbia, but surrounded outside of Columbia is natural landscape, very similar to this in a way, rolling hills and lakes and streams and state parks that you can walk on. And then not too far from there, American standards, 2 hours away, are the Lakes of the Ozarks, which some people may have heard of.
Lakes of the Ozarks?
Yes.
What a lovely name.
It is, and that's a lot of cliffs and very, very large lakes, and people will have houses there or go visit for the weekend and get out in their boats and things like that and just ramble and spend some time on the water.
But that's the thing in America, isn't it? That everything is so spread out that, as you said to me before we just filmed this bit, that 2 hours is just round the corner.
Yep.
Whereas that's a day's planning in the UK. And everything here is you can, within the 2 miles that we've sort of walked, we've gone from just south of the urban East Grinstead, we've come through a few nice farms, and then here's this reservoir which I guess people will do fishing and probably some sports on there and all of those, and it's sort of feeding the water for the locality. Whereas, so we're more crushed in, aren't we?
Which I actually like a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Because you come here and it's just so easy to go visit somewhere.
You don't need the car all the time.
Get out of the car. Yeah.
Well, we've got more to see on this walk, but we've run out of time, so there'll be a part 2. It's to be continued, as the Americans say.
Yes.
But we have to remember, you're not really American. That's just where you live.
Right. I was born in England, and I lived here till I was 16. I moved over with my family, and England is still very dear in my heart. Finding you has been a real treat, vicariously, you know, to be back here. And I've come home many times over the years to see family and beautiful England.
Fantastic. Well, we're going to see some more beautiful England in part 2. In the meantime, don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, become a patron, make a small donation so we can continue doing all this work. But in the meantime, thank you so much, Wayne.
Thank
it's been
you.
a joy.
Yes.
But I can't leave you here because we've got to finish our walk in part 2. So we'll see you then. In the meantime, enjoy the view.
It's lovely.
It's lovely, isn't it? Fantastic.